first guest, I don't get to say this often, but my first guest is a billionaire and the host of the NBC reality show The Apprentice, which has its live 2-hour season finale tomorrow night at 9 on NBC. Please welcome Mr. Donald Trump.
So young, so attractive. Look how young that audience is. That's great.
You like it? We got a young crowd here. Happy to see you.
Beautiful people.
Yeah, yeah.
That's very nice.
Yeah. Beautiful. It's almost as if you're coming on to them right now, and I find that
in a way,
terrible.
I am.
Well, first of all, happy holidays. Holidays are upon us.
Too.
This brings up a question. You're Donald Trump. What does someone get you for Christmas? What do you know what I mean? What, like Midtown real estate?
Yeah, I like that. I really like that a lot. But
bullion, gold bullion, Kruger
is giving me a baby, like your wife just
very
gave
nice.
you a baby.
You having a baby. Congratulations.
And that's a good one. Good. That's about as good as it gets.
It's as good as it gets.
Really.
Midtown real estate's also pretty good, but yeah.
It is very good. It's been good.
Yeah.
Hopefully it continues.
Now, let's first of all talk about The Apprentice, which is an important thing to discuss. You have been very successful for you, this show, and you've made a big change. Your trademark you fired, okay? Right. You used to do what we call the Cobra,
right.
I think, which is...
You always do the Cobra.
Yeah, you always... You're fired, okay?
Right.
You're fired, you know? And you would do the Cobra, and it's always worked for you. And then, like Tiger Woods changing his swing, right. You decide to get rid of the Cobra, and what do you have now?
Well, you know, I used the Cobra only once, but so many people liked it, and it's just not a natural thing to do. And it was...
I love it. I just find it very... I do it to people on the street, Mr. Trump. I walk around and I attack people with the Cobra.
I know. It was funny. It was so natural for this one show.
Right. Stop it soon.
That's scary, right?
Yeah.
But it was so natural for that one show. It was really a bad particular person.
Right,
and I was sitting there, and I was slumped over, and I said, "You're fired."
Right.
And it was just natural.
Right.
I've tried it since, and it just doesn't work like you're fired. In other words, you're fired.
You probably started thinking about it. When you think about the Cobra, it gets... Well,
so I've actually used it only once, as you know, in 4 years, 4 seasons.
I see.
And it's been really good.
And but now you do this kind of thing. You do that.
And now I do this, because that's more natural. But I think I'll get back to one more Cobra.
Throw in one more Cobra just for me.
Before I kick the bucket.
Okay, good. Now, here's an interesting thing. You've been singing lately. You sing on Regis's Christmas CD. And then you also sang at the Emmys.
Competitively.
Yeah.
That was a competition with William Shatner and lots of others. And
yes.
It was called Emmy Idol.
Yes. A lot of people saw that, yeah.
Who won?
I can't remember.
Trump won.
Oh, Trump.
That was an audience for this. And then with Regis...
You refer to yourself as Trump. Well, I like that.
Only in this book. But then with Regis, you know, who's better than Regis, right? And he said, would you just say this one line? And I did a line, and it was fine.
On his Christmas album. What song was it?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. This was a really good thing.
Right.
But his album's actually selling very well, and, you know, there's nobody like him. He's just a great guy. So I said, yes, absolutely. I get Zippo out of it, and...
Only you would talk about how you have no back end on a Christmas album.
I get nothing, but
I get
Regis.
butt kiss. I get nothing.
For Regis, we do things.
Okay, that's nice. Now, Regis, it's Regis. You got to do it for Regis. He calls me Conan.
Ah.
I've been on the air for 44 years now, and it's still... Conan! Take care of that for me. You could push a button, and that would be taken care of.
I'm going to call it.
It's very ominous. I'm going to. Earlier this season, there was an interesting moment on The Apprentice where you learned that a contestant was gay. And if it's okay, I'd like to show that clip right now. Let's take a look.
Are you a homosexual, Clay?
I am. Yes, Mr. Trump, I am.
No, is that true?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So you don't find Olive very attractive, then?
No. I mean,
and you don't find Felicia very attractive?
They're beautiful women, but they're not my thing.
All right. That's why they have menus in restaurants, you know? I like steak, somebody else likes spaghetti. That's why they have menus in restaurants. It's a great world.
Some people like spaghetti.
Very true.
Very true.
Very true.
So who's steak and who's spaghetti?
I don't know. But he didn't find them to be steak at all, and they're beautiful. But he didn't find them at all attractive, so it's one of those things.
I like that. I like that. Are you a homosexual?
Actually, you know, the producers couldn't believe it when I said that, and I figured they
I don't
wouldn't
think
even
we're
believe
allowed
it.
to shout that at people, coworkers.
You know, it's sort of interesting. It
don't
is
think- I think I've
life.
ever- huh?
It is life.
It is
right?
life,
And
yeah.
so, you know, it's reality. So
It's a
we-
question you're allowed to ask, yes.
They said, "Do you want us to leave this?" I said, "Why not? This is life."
Yeah. I like just the steak and spaghetti, you know.
Right.
It all becomes food eventually. Yeah.
Ultimately
I want to
about
hear your
food.
birds and the bees speech,
Right.
you know. All right, now, of course, many products you are involved in so many products now. The Trump name. It used to be just real estate. Now you've got casinos. You have your own.
Shirts, ties at Macy's, and suits at Macy's. Ties, see? Look,
Very nice. This is Sears and Roebuck, by the way. This is
I like your
this is
tie.
made of aluminum
Which
siding.
tie do you like better, his or mine?
What's that?
Whose
Which-
tie is that? But
What,
this
everything's
is-
a competition with
this
you.
is
Whose tie is better? Who's got the better tie? You're going down, O'Brien. I think your tie is very nice. I think, you know, who can say?
Do you want it?
Do I want your tie?
Yes.
Yes, I want your tie.
And you know, it's actually extra long for guys like us.
Very nice.
For tall guys like us.
Are you wearing a watch
I
tonight?
hope
Because
you're
I'd like
gonna
to
wear
have it.
that.
You have a watch?
I do actually.
Let's have the watch.
I'll put it in a-
Come on, have the watch. Give me the watch. Give me the watch. Give me the watch.
No, I'll send you it. I'll send.
This tie must be worth $40, $50. Just waiting until I calm down. You know, but you have your name on so many products now. Now there are Trump ringtones. Now ringtones, that's a big business, is it not?
Well, Warner came to me and they wanted me to do a ringtone where your phone rings and it'll say like, "I'm Donald Trump and you better answer quickly," and you know, different things like that. 75 different. Actually, there's 75 different.
Are they
And I
all
actually
threatening like that?
Well, sort of a little bit. They like it that way. You know, I'm actually a
Pick
nice
up
guy,
your
but
phone
that's
or
sort of
I'll
the
kill
image.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the image. But I called up 50 Cent. Now, 50 Cent, who I didn't know, called me, and I called him up, and he wasn't there, and he had a Trump ringtone. Can you believe it? 50 Cent, who's
Right.
great.
He can have any ringtone he wants, and he has a
Anything he
Trump
wants. He's got the
ringtone.
top 3 records in the world, right? So he's got a Trump ringtone. So many people are getting the Trump
What's that like
ringtone.
when you call somebody and Trump answers? Doesn't
It
that
was
make you
very
feel like you're
strange.
losing your
Honestly,
mind?
it was very strange.
Do you ever start yelling at yourself on the phone?
Yeah, I was really surprised to see it, but it was great.
Okay, so you've done that, and you also have an online school. Is that correct?
Trump University, if you want to learn how to get rich.
Okay.
TrumpUniversity.com.
Were you a good? Which raises the question: what kind of student were you?
Well, I was surprisingly good. I was a good student. I went to the Wharton School of Finance. I really liked school, and it taught me beyond everything else confidence. You know, you're with all these geniuses, and it's the best business school, and you do well against all of these smart guys. And, you know, you get out of school, and at least you know you're smart. And it was a great school for me. So I'm a big believer in education, and I was a pretty good student.
I asked for a reason because I heard that earlier, second grade, you were difficult. You had trouble with authority.
I did. I had trouble with authority.
Is it not true that you once punched your music teacher? Is that true?
No, it's not totally true, but you know, we got into a skirmish. No, we got into a skirmish. I didn't like my music teacher. We got into a skirmish, and my parents decided we better send him to military academy. So I went to a military academy, New York Military Academy, and it was great. I liked it.
It shaped you up and
It did.
gave you respect for
I
authority.
mean, we had tough sergeants, drill sergeants, and they didn't mess around. And it taught me a little bit about life. It was good.
Okay, now you also have this, which I know that you wanted us to mention right here. This is, tell us what this is. This is
This is from Trump University, and
Okay.
it's 7 different ways of creating financial freedom and wealth, and it's selling like hotcakes. It's in Barnes & Noble.
if you get this, it teaches you how to become a billionaire.
Well,
is that
if you
correct?
have the basic ingredients. I mean, you have to be
Step
born
number
with
1
it.
is manufacture one of these. And it has, is this your family crest right here on the top? What is
Well,
this?
I grew up in Queens, so I really didn't have a family crest, but I created one. You know, in Queens, honestly, a lot of people have said,
You should
is
have
that
had, so
your
is this,
family crest?
is this Queens in the
Actually,
background
no,
here?
that's the Trump University crest.
Oh,
We
very-
devised that for Trump University, and it's been well received. It's a little sort of takeoff in Harvard, Yale, Princeton, etc.
You know, I didn't realize you can just, of course you can. You can just make your own family
You really
crest.
can. I mean, who's to say you can't have a crest? I mean,
I
you
should
can
make
be born
one.
in Brooklyn
Yeah.
or Queens, and we can all have crests,
Yeah.
ultimately, if we want them. But it sort of works out pretty well. And
I'm
it's
making
been
one. I'm making a pompadour with sunblock on either side. That's my family crest. I'm going to go for that. I'm an ass. The live 2-hour season finale of The Apprentice airs tomorrow night at 9 on NBC, and the Wealth Builder's Blueprint is available on TrumpUniversity.com. You know, you're a good sport. It's always nice of you to stop by. Thanks so much.
Congratulations.
And to you, too. Donald Trump, everybody. Emily Mortimer coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.